Greetings, heroes. Coach Rick here on part 2 of our book club for November, The Slight Edge. Let's jump right into it. So, one of the first sections in part 2 talks about baby steps. And if you remember this movie, this is a clip from What About Bob? And literally, I know it's a joke, but go back and watch that movie because the lessons in it are actually a little bit profound. Where Bob has to do baby steps to the elevator, baby steps to everything. It actually works. So go back and watch the movie. That's my first bit of advice. This is the graphic that we've been working on. Remember, discipline is both easy to do and easy not to do. What's uncomfortable now becomes comfortable later, and will put you in the top 5% in any area of your life. So, first tip from part 2, be willing to be uncomfortable. So, Jeff Olson encourages you to actually take some time and be aware of what you don't have. A lot of times we like to avoid it or brush it off or make jokes about it, but he challenges you to stare at your present reality with a really sober eye and refuse to kid yourself. Get emotional, get angry, and then use that emotion to propel you into changing something. And then finally, he warns you, and this is really true, be careful whom you share your dreams with. Sharing your dreams of success will make other people uncomfortable, usually because they aren't doing their success tasks. They aren't where they want to be. So, and that's going to lead into another principle that we're going to talk about in just a minute, which is the law of association. But first, Jeff has this really great graphic, and I love this idea of the spring. So imagine that you've got these two balls here, and you're holding one in each hand, and one is where I am and one is where I could be, and you stretch the spring so there's tension. Now, you're going to have to let go of them. And so what will happen, so let's say you're holding A and B, and what happens if you let go of where I am? You release that, you give it up. What's going to happen to the spring? It's going to bounce this way, and all the momentum's going to go to where you could be. Vice versa, when the spring's in tension, if you let go of where you want to be, everything's going to snap back to where you are. So the thing that you let go of will actually spring your momentum in the opposite direction. I love this graphic. It's really profound. All right, we're going to get to the power of association in just a minute, but harness the power of reflection. And Jarvis challenged us with this yesterday, that at the end of the night, you really should be asking yourself 3 questions. What did I do well? What could I have done better? And then basically how? How could I have changed it? This is a little bit deeper version of that. So most people don't take the time at the end of the day to ask those hard questions. Did you eat well? Did you eat badly? With whom did you associate? And did those people empower you? If so, how did they empower you? Here's a really good one. Did you listen to good information or just zone out to music or television? Did you engage in positive conversation or gossip? What did you read that contributed to your success? Man, I'm a big proponent of doing even like a page or 2 a day. So right now I'm reading a book called Fanatical Prospecting. If you any kind of sales, this book is amazing. I listen to it on Audible, and I literally only need like 3 or 4 minutes a day, and I get so much from it. So that's all it takes. It only takes a page or 2 or a few minutes. Did you do anything today? This is big, that unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. So I have a phrase up on my mirror. It says, if you want what other people don't have, you have to be willing to do what other people don't do. So what is that slight edge? What is that little thing that you're doing that all the people around you aren't doing? Are you making one more cold call? Are you reading 1 page of something positive, studying, learning? All of those habits, those hero habits that we're working on instilling into you on a daily basis, whether it's eating well, reflecting, being grateful, exercising, all of those things. And finally, and this is really big because it goes into like working for yourself versus working other people. Whose dream did you build today? Did you work on your own dream, or did you work on someone else's dream, making someone else wealthy, making someone else get to financial freedom or whatever their dream is? All right, so back to the law of association. You know this one. You are the average of 5 people you spend the most time with. And I actually challenged Jarvis the last time we went over this, and I said, this does include your family. No, you might not be able to like literally get away from your wife or your kids, but they are still going to influence you. So if you have a partner who's really negative, whether you choose that or not, it's still going to affect you. Now, does that mean you should, divorce your partner? No, but you might need to have some really deep, thoughtful conversations with them, or get into some therapy, or limit some of your time. Get out of the house, go spend some time purposefully with really positive people. So, with the people that you're spending your time with, are you having conversations about gossip or about stuff, or are you having conversations about ideas, about responsibility, aspirations, taking initiative? Disassociation from negative people can be painful, sad, hard, especially if they are family members, loved ones, old friends. But sometimes friends are there for a season. And, sometimes you may need to disassociate for a while and then go back down the road when things are less toxic. And then one last thing Jeff put in this section was casual relationships deserve casual time, not quality time. So if they're just a casual friend, they should not be getting those prime hours or the prime spot in your brain. All right, that's it for this week. Next week, we're going to go into a book that I've written, and I'm going to show you a tool I have for this, and it's called Dropping Your Marbles. But for now, take some time to discuss in your groups. If you're reading this online, watching this video online somewhere, please leave comments below and go to themorninghero.com. But here's the discussion. Where have you started implementing these slight edge ideas, and how is it going? All right, go ahead and discuss.